Hi, welcome back to my channel. Today I have a book review for you, and I am going to try to make more of these reviews. We'll see how this one goes and whether I do future ones. But today's review is for Her Rival by Emma Talon. Her Rival is the second book in the Drew Crime Family series. Now, if you follow Emma Talon, who is a Bookouture author published by Bookouture, then you might be familiar with her Anna Davis series. There were 7 books in that series, and that series is now complete. And so now Emma Talon is writing this new series. The new series, basically, you have 2 protagonists, female protagonists in the story. That is Scarlett Drew and Lily Drew. Now, in the first book of the series, we meet the Drew family. In the first book, Scarlett Drew's father had been killed. He was a notorious London gangster, or he had a firm, the London Underground. Now, prior to her father's death, Scarlett had decided not to follow the family business. She was in college, had her sights set somewhere else, but because of her father's death, she felt filled with revenge, and she joined the family business. But it doesn't mean she took over her father's role, because she has an aunt, Lily, who was her father, Ronan Drew, Ronan. Her father's sister is Lily. And Lily is very powerful in the organization, and she wasn't going to take the death of her brother lying down. That's the setup for this series by Emma Talon. Like I said, that's primarily book 1 that I gave you that wrap up. And my cat is going to start making noise on the other side of my door, so I'll try to hurry up and finish this. So, what about this book, Her Rival, which prior to now, I would have had Her Revenge up on the screen. Now we'll put Her Rival up on the screen. Well, as we talked about already, Ronan Drew is dead, and now Scarlett, his daughter, has decided to step into the family business. Now, she got her revenge because she put a bullet in his killer's head, and his name was Jasper Snow. So yes, Emma got her revenge. Well, now, not Emma. Emma Talon is the author, I'm sorry. Scarlett got her revenge. Well, as this book opens, the police are questioning her. They know that there are suspicious circumstances surrounding the death. In fact, the family set it up to make it look like it was a suicide. But the police know that there was foul play, so they start questioning Scarlett. So she's kind of on tenterhooks as far as possibly being charged with this crime. Now, she's dealing with the police in their investigation, and while she's doing that, her aunt Scarlett is dealing with things on a personal level, and this is about her daughter Ruby. Now, if you read the first book in the series, you'll find out that Ruby was the black sheep of the family, very heavily involved in drugs, and very disenchanted or very separated from her family. For example, every Sunday the family has dinner. Come rain, snow, sleet, or shine, there was a family dinner. Ruby wasn't even attending the family dinner. That's how bad her relationship with her family was. Well, in this book, Her Rival, Ruby has been missing, and Scarlett is turning over every stone trying to figure out where Ruby is. Well, Ruby eventually does come back, but when she comes back with a huge chip on her shoulder. And one of the things that Ruby does not like is the relationship between Scarlett and her mother, Lily. She's jealous of her cousin, she doesn't like her cousin, and she's not happy playing second fiddle to her cousin. Now, another revenge plot is in action, and this begins with Scarlett attending a black tie event, and when she does, she escapes a dangerous situation. And in this dangerous situation, she faces the challenge of her life, more than the challenge of finding her father's killer, more than the challenge of ending her father's killer's life, but a challenge where there can only be one winner. There's a rival. Who is that rival? Who will be the winner? And will there be more tragedy to follow? Now, all while this is going on, the family is doing whatever it can to protect its own, to keep everybody in that bubble, that Sunday dinner, that critical Sunday dinner. Well, as this book progresses, the author, Miss Emma Talon, she brings in more characters to kind of give us a little bit of a foundation for future books. So she kind of whet our appetites, making us, or me in this case, eager for the next book in the series, especially with what is going on with the family dynamic of Scarlett, the niece, Lily, Ronan's sister, Lily's daughter, Ruby. There's a net of that brings everything together, and it's going to be this series is going to be just as explosive as the first book and as the first series, the Anna Davis series. So I just wanted to tell you about that book, and hopefully you'll grab it, and just like I loved it, hopefully you'll love it too. I'm going to link the book and the previous book in the description below, and as an Amazon affiliate, yada yada yada, FTC. So there you have it, Emma Talon's Her Arrival.